And here we are. How's it going? This is Coach Ray with the Brownsville Royal Knights. Here we go. How's it going today? I was just putting up some stuff. We're live from the Brownsville Royal Knight page. We're live on ACTITUD PASIÓN, the YouTube channel, and also on my profile page, or we should be. And if not, we're going to be on in a little bit. So, guys, how are you guys doing? We recently had regionals. We had some winners. Bunch of trophies that were won by some of my students. After that, I got tons of calls, and so got some new students that I'm getting ready for state, and some that are getting ready for nationals, and some, believe it or not, are just coming to learn chess for the first time. And wow, so that's great. It's always good to be working with students, especially when there's brilliant kids that are out there that are trying to learn and trying to get better and all of that. And of course, we always have our adults. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? What's up? You're doing great. Great. Well, let's start with some puzzles here, and let's see where we got. I want us today to work on some end-game puzzles with pieces, and then I want us to work with some pawn end games, which is a little bit different, and then maybe we'll go over some games and that kind of deal. If you got a game that you want me to analyze live, go ahead and send it to me. Just message it to me, and hopefully we can get that done. All right, so cool. So let's start with a puzzle here. Let's see. Let me go. I think it's yeah, is it that one? Yeah, let's go with this one here. All right, so here we go. Share, and there it is. And we are live. We're live, and here we go. Okay, boom. All right, so here we go. Let me set this one out. Hold on. Let me just bring this over and go ahead and see if you can figure out the move here. Hey, who's here? Hey, Mac is here. Big Mac. Hey, little guy. He is super cool. This is one of my new students. He's from the McAllen area. And man, is he an incredible little dude, man. He is super, super, super smart. Man, what's going on with my thing? He's super smart, and he is going to be playing at a Man, I would dare say that he'll probably be playing at a 1500 rating level before the end of the year. Before the end of the year. Hey, I'm fixing this, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so here we go. Let me put this back. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So there you go. All right. So now you got a big puzzle in the middle of the board. All right. Hey, Master Allen is here. Look for a fork. Yes, nice problem. Look for the fork. Every time it's your turn to make a move, this is obviously white to move. Always look for the unprotected piece. On the board here, we have the rook down here on A2 that's unprotected. We have the queen that's unprotected. The king is back here. So yeah, obviously we can do some checks, but sometimes we have some good checks and we have some bad checks, right? So where can we create a fork? Alan says a fork. Well, a fork is when you attack two or more pieces. Alexander from California just jumped in. How's it going, Alexander? We will have our lesson tomorrow on StreamYard. But let's see. Why to move where what is White's best move? And let's see who can beat Alexander. Daniel, you got to move. Let's see what's going on. Why to move? Find the best move here. And it sometimes it could be a check, sometimes it could be a checkmate, sometimes it could be win material, sometimes it could be gaining tempo, sometimes it could be, you know, just the idea of just getting started, getting a position started, right? So what do you think here? What can we do? Any answers here? And Alexander jumps in and says queen to b8. All right, so let's start with queen to b8. Here's the check, right? Very good. Now the king is on a. Hey Dave, how's it going? You want to come in? The king is on a white square. I always tell my students square. The color of squares are very important. Who attacks on white squares? The bishops attack on white squares. Now, which other piece on the board is on the white square where we have the rook that's here in the white square. So Alexander quickly says, man, queen to b1, attacking the king and attacking the rook. And the queen blocks the check. And of course, we capture and we get the thing. So Dave, send me hold on, Dave. Let me send Dave a deal so he can join. And hold on, let me see here, Dave. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, let me get invite here, and we got it. Dave's probably feeling a whole lot better now. So Dave, here we go. Give me a second or two. There we go. There we go. And let me also send. Okay, hold on. Well, okay, I'll go this way, and I can barely see it, but I think it's there. There you go. Okay, there it is, Dave. I've sent it to you. And let me see. Alan, you want to join in? Let's see if Alan wants to join in as well. And there it is. Alan's there since he's here. I'll send you the link and let's see what's going on. There we go. Give a couple of strong players in here. That'd be great. All right, so let me get rid of that. And here we go. And you guys enter at your will. So very good. That is the answer, right? So cool. And then from there, once we've got a winning position, guys, you immediately get rid of the problem. So let's say on this move, the puzzle's already answered, but let's say this guy boosts the pawn. First of all, in the end game, do not push pawns. Do not push pawns. Mac, you did really good in answering that one as well. So do not push pawns. Why? Because the moment you push a pawn, it becomes weak. So what would be the best move for white to move in this position? End game here. When you're in the end game, what do we do when we're in the end game, guys? Do you guys remember this? What do we do when we're in the end game? When we're in the end game, what do we do? Hey, here's Dave. Hold on. I don't see him. I don't see him. I don't see him. There he is. All right, there's Dave. Hi, what's going on, Dave? So in the end game, guys, remember the end game skills. What do we do? Well, number one is get rid of your problem. Who is the problem in this case? The black queen. Number two, we attack the weak pawn. Number three, we create a pass pawn. Number 4, 5, and 6, we protect the pass pawn, we promote the pass pawn, we turn the pass pawn into a queen. Right. So let's see. You guys are already giving me some moves. So here we go. Okay, how's it going, Austin? How's it going, Austin? Another good student from McAllen, man. We're gonna get this guy strong. So. And you say queen to a7. Well, you know, the idea would be to capture this pawn and create a check, maybe some sort of draw there, Mac. But there is a faster way. The idea is to get rid of this queen here. And so what do you say? I think Alexander gave us the move again, and he goes queen to b8.
And that is correct.
And that is correct. What queen does, it creates a pin. The queen wants to move out of the way, but look at that. The computer won't let me. Look, I'm going to carry the queen over here, and it won't stop. You see? That means it doesn't like it. The computer doesn't like the move. But he is under this attack. The queen is protected by the rook. So obviously, if the queen moves back, we capture the queen. If the queen captures the queen, rook captures the queen. And this game is over. That makes sense? Alan says, sometimes, what does Alan say? Sometimes you need to push your pawns if the king needs to get out of the way, I guess, to avoid. Oh, yeah. Like for instance,
Yes.
if you had a pawn here and a pawn here and the king was here, yeah, you push a pawn. I like to say create a backdoor, right? So let me stop sharing for a little bit and let's get Dave. Hey, Dave, how's it going? How you been, man? It's been a while for you.
Yeah, it's been a while. As you can see, there's a little bit less than me. Got my hair cut not too long ago, you know. So, you know, I shaved off. I lost about 20 pounds. As always, the joke as usual. Been coaching a lot of chess online. A lot of people out west have been wanting lessons.
There you go.
Finishing up my bachelor's in business, so that's been
There you
taking up
go.
my time. And then getting ready for my 18th amateur team East, which I'm very much looking forward to.
There you go.
That is going to be a reunion team of my old chess club, the Young Knights, which
Oh,
was
wow.
hosted by which Alan Cantor started because Alan was my first coach. So
Right.
Alan Cantor would be my board one. Ernie Johnson, who was one of the chess parents involved, will be my board two. He's only 1 point higher rated than me. I'll be board three. Board four will be Mike. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce his last name right. I'm not going to mess it up. Uh, but I got Michael and his son Adam. Adam was in the Young Knights before me. Uh, but they will be board four and our alternate. So, and that actually starts exactly in 1 week on the 18th.
Wow, wow. I
So,
remember a
that's going to.
couple of I remember a couple of years I was part of the small group that was analyzing those games, and I remember Alan was playing on that one, and there was they split it, right. There was the East and the West, and it was really cool
Right. And as
watching all the
usual,
amazing
East is
players.
in New Jersey as usual. I believe the North is playing in Chicago. The West is somewhere in California, but the South did not post anything for an event. I don't
Whoa,
think, unless it's changed. I don't know if there's an amateur team South this year. I did not see anything posted for it. I could take a look, but I
right.
have not seen anything posted for it, which is disappointing. So I'm not sure if
Wow.
there was what happened. Usually there's always an amateur team South. So
Yeah, yeah, they're strong, right? Okay, well let's go back to the puzzles for a little bit here, and let's see what happens here. All right, so let me present here. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is it. Oh, boom, here we go. And let me go with this one. This is it. Yeah, here we go. All right, guys, here's another puzzle for you guys. All right, so it's white to move. What do you guys see? What do you guys see
ooh.
here? Hey, Dave already saw something.
Ole, 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 ole. Now,
Hey,
just remember, you gotta. Sometimes you have to force the position. Hint, hint. You have
you
to
gotta
force the
create.
position.
You gotta create, right? There you go. So, what can we do here? All right. So always like to look at our pieces. You know what kind of pieces we. Hey, look at Alexander, man. Alexander saying Queen to F7. So okay, yeah,
Correct.
it's a good check. It's a good check. Now,
Great
if you
check.
if you want to go right here and create kind of like a checkmate, this bishop will not let you do that. So hey, and look at here, young Mac, man. Mac is giving some answers right away. And the thing is, the queen, what is it, rook to F1? Ah, Alexander says rook to F1.
That's a little bit too
That,
slow.
that's too slow, Alexander, but you got the right
You got
idea.
the right
You
idea.
have the right idea. Remember, the pawn is controlling H7, so the king can't go there. So this is kind of like a back rank checkmate in a way, right? So it's kind of like what Alan was saying. Create a back door. You created a door, but the pawn got in there and, opened the door. And so the queen is queen to e8, creating the check. The bishop has to block. That's the only piece that black has. And then after queen captures the bishop, we have another check. Hey, let's look at this other position. Hold on. Let's look at this because you say knight to b1. Okay, let's say before that one, knight to b1. Now, Mac,
Ooh,
that one does create a fork. What I like about that, you're attacking two different pieces, but when we're attacking the king, Mac, we want to make sure we get our pieces in. So in that case, the rook to f1 would have been a little bit stronger. At least he's more active. Now, how does black get out of this situation? Forget the checkmate. How does black get out of this situation? Well, check freezes the position, right? He can go here, creating the check. King moves out of the way. Wish the queen could go here, but he can't. So maybe the bishop. Look at that. We have bishop here, and now the rook is in trouble, and the knight will be in trouble. The queen's definitely going to come in. Immediately advance your pieces towards the king. That's, of course, providing that the queen was not in the picture. Does that make sense? But other than that's why the checkmate is the best move. That's why this is the best move. Cool? All right, go to the next one. Good deal. Good job, guys. All right. All right. So here we have this puzzle here. The king just moved to F1. It's black to move. What is the move here? What can black, what can black do in this case? What do you think? What can black do?
again, forcing the position and just look at all your active pieces. You only have two active pieces currently for black. So look
Right.
at the two most active pieces on the board and look at all available squares. And remember, while you're playing this move, it limits the activity of the king.
Yes. So what do you think we need to do here? It's a checkmate in two. Oh, I gave it away. All right, let's see. Who is this? This is Agustin. Right, Agustin. He says Austin rather. He says the bishop goes bishop on six. Okay. Yeah, okay. Bishop here creating this attack. The king cannot move to this square because the rook is there. And then finish it off. Yes, yes, yes. Bishop check, says Daniel. Very good, Daniel. And then of course the rook will take in and create what we call a rook and bishop checkmate. I was working with another little guy up in Harlingen, exactly with this exact puzzle that I just created out of nowhere, and we were working on bishop and rook checkmates, and wow, it was great. Okay, so run another one. Let's run another one here. Continue. All right, so here the black bishop comes all the way here to g2. I guess attacking these two squares, even this and even there. I don't know. He just moves there. Now, what do we do here? What do we do in this case? You say rook to e1. I think that's from the other position. Okay, so what do you think here? Huh? Again, look at pieces. Sometimes pieces are not attacking, but they're aiming. Pieces sometimes are aiming at pieces. Yes, the bishop to d5 is a good check.
That is correct.
Right? That is correct. Now, he goes here. What about this square? How could we conquer this square? Let's make that move. Let's make the move. See if the computer likes it. Hey, that is the correct move. I was still hoping this was the move. So awesome job, Mac. Now, what do we do now? What can we do?
Bye bye, Bishop.
Boop. And we get a free piece. That makes sense. You're right. I didn't even see the bishop. That's why I was questioning this move. My bad. My bad. You are totally 100% right. Yeah, let's do that one again. Look at this. I forgot to say. Remember, the bishop is unprotected. So anytime you have an unprotected piece, always go for that piece. Try to capture it or attack it or something. We had the rook that's aiming at the king, so we create a discover attack. We couldn't have gone here though. We couldn't have gone here. This would have been a bad move because the bishop would have blocked. So this was the only acceptable move, right? Hold on. Was that it? Hold on. Yeah. He moves here. This is the only acceptable move. Boom. That's the only acceptable move. King can move anywhere the king wants to go. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, we get the free bishop and we get the always is. Alan says, always look for the discover attacks. Yes, exactly. Always look for the discover attacks. But I think even before the discover attacks, you want to look at the what you see first. Where are pieces aiming? So if you can figure out where pieces are aiming, then you can say, okay, the pieces that are in front, where can those guys go to attack pieces? And so great point though. Always look for discover attacks. All right, so here we go. The queen was checking the king. The king moves out of the way into f1. So now we want to surround the king with our pieces. We want to control the squares around the king, right? So king moves here. We want to control all the squares around the king to create a checkmate. So what can we do here? What can we do? Always look at the unprotected piece. We have a bishop that's
Ooh.
unprotected. So we have some goodies here. What do you think, Mac? Alexander? Daniel? What do you guys say? Look for the unprotected piece.
Alan, what do you have to say? Let's see. I think our man Alan can solve this in a heartbeat.
I think no. Well, no, I don't know. Alan might even get it wrong.
No, Alan will get this right. Alan's good. Alan's got this.
Hey, look at this. And you went check. All right. Check is a good move because it creates a fork. It creates a check, attacking the king and attacking the bishop. So very good. Mac got it right as well. And of course, after that, boom, there we go. And it's over, right? Does that make sense? Let me play that one again. And here we go. So the king moves away. We want to get into this square that will attack both pieces. We create a fork. See, the queen's delivering a check and attacking the bishop, right? And of course, the bishop will block, or it doesn't matter what happens. The king could move away, and then of course we have another check. Let's say he goes here. What do? Then we wish we could go. Well, we can get in closer, right? We can get right here. Look at this. we get closer because now what happens if the king moves? What would be the move if the king moves into that square? Well, what color is the king on? The king's on the dark square. Who attacks on dark squares? The bishop. So this would be
Yup,
the
and then he
move,
has to give up the queen.
right? The bishop
Yikes.
and the lady's got a block, and we captured. King captures again, unprotected bishop. King
And
is
then you get the
over it,
bishop again.
and
Yep.
you get the fork here. You're attacking here. You're attacking there. King moves out of the way, and we capture, and it's totally gone. You don't need to get a queen in this case, right? So all you got to do, let's say he races to the middle of the board, then maybe we can go here. And not only are we protecting this pawn, if we do want to get a rook, but the king cannot cross this thing. This king will just simply move closer and create a checkmate in about 8 moves from here. Does that make sense? So let's try it out. Let's say the king moves here. So what do? We got this square, we got this square, we got this square, we got that square. So we could give him a check, I guess, or not just move the king, right? Just move the king. He goes here, move the king. He moves here.
Right. Limitation
Yeah,
on the
boom.
squares.
So what do? We just
Limitation.
simply go. We come in a little
Yep.
closer here, right?
Yep. Limit the
Controlling.
mobility.
We're controlling the squares around the king, right? Let's say the pawn pushes the king. Well, we can capture, or if not, we don't even capture. We just move the king over, and that's so cool. We're still controlling all of this. King moves here, so what do? King far. When there's 2 lines between the kings, move the king closer, unless he's on the edge. He moves. Well, he can't move here, can't move there, can't move there, can't move there, can't move there, can't move there. You see, he's forced to the edge. And I like to say here, when the king is on the edge, the queen conquers. So he's got 3 squares to land. And so the move is here. The queen is conquering the king. The king cannot move to any of these 3
Yep.
squares. Wherever
I
king
call it
moves.
the bull constrictor, Ray, because you're
All right.
slowly strangling them to
Yes.
death.
And then here it is. And of course, we can checkmate here. We can checkmate there. We can checkmate here. And my personal favor, the queen in front of the bad key, the queen protected by the key. Checkmate. Does that make sense, guys? That's what you do, man. There's no sense in you getting another queen, I mean, you can win the game, but
No,
if
that's
you
called
really,
being greedy.
yeah, that's called being greedy, and it makes you a weak player. It makes you a weak player. When you can win with the pieces that you have on the board, you become a very strong player because then you learn to use your pieces. Does that make sense? You agree with that, right?
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with that.
All right, so here we go. So the knight just moved into the middle of the board to e5. It is black to move. Now, here you are winning. You are winning the game. So, well, there's 2 things you can do, but actually one is the very, very best. So what do we think? Black to move here, big guys. What do we got? Alan, can Alan answer one of these? Maybe.
Yeah, let's have Alan answer one. His input's always great. Come on, Alan, answer. Don't be afraid. You got this. It's
Yeah,
easy.
I think
Alan
it's
will have
easy.
it lickety split.
Yeah, yeah. If not, Mac will answer. If not, Alexander. If not, Daniel. Hey, look at here. Mario says, what does Mario say? I'll push the pawn to get 2 gals. That was from the other piece, I guess. So he was talking about he was talking about in the other puzzle where you would just push the 2 pawns and get 2 more queens. Well, believe it or not, I used to coach a little girl back about 20 years ago. No, not that far. Maybe about 15 years ago. And this little girl, every game she would play, she would get like 4 queens, and then she would get stalemate. And this is before she came to me. And so they finally brought her to me, and I figured, okay, you just don't know how to checkmate. So I taught her how to checkmate. I told her, don't get any more queens, and boom, she started winning a lot of games. And so I used to call her the 4 queen queen or something like that. Man, every single game like 4 queens, man. She was really good.
Oh my.
She would win. She would capture all the pieces, then push like 4 pawns and get 4 queens, and obviously stalemate.
Oh.
But what do we got here? Daniel says pin that knight. Yes, anytime you have 2 pieces in the straight line. So we have the knight here. we have the knight, and we have the king there, and you create a line. If you have two pieces on on the same line, get into the line, either get into the middle and create a fork, or get into on the other side of the king and create a skewer. Obviously, that wouldn't be a good move. Or get onto the other side of the knight and create a pin, and that's what he's talking about. He's creating the pin. The king moves out of the pin. Obviously, move the treasure, and of course, we have the free piece. Right now, let's say here this pawn's in danger, right? This pawn's in danger, and let's say what could he do? Let's say the king advances. Let's say the king advances here. Now, what is the very best move for black here? And this is not a tactic, but I don't know. What do you think? And I just mentioned it a while ago, and I'll even put it up here. I'll even put up. I'll put it up here. And Mac, we were working a little bit on this, right? And the idea is the end game skills. You're in the end game. There's very few pieces. You're winning 3 pieces to 2 pieces. You have a rook, you have a knight, you have a bishop. He's got a rook and he's got a bishop. He does have a pass pawn, but you can stop all of that. So step number 1 is get rid of your problem. So who is your problem? The rook and the bishop. Step number 2, attack the weak pawn. So you take those 2 steps to heart, and man, you're going to have a winning endgame every single time. So what is the move here, guys? What would be the best move for black here? What do you think? Best move for black. Obviously, we can capture the pawn, but we can capture that guy all day long. Yeah. Hey, Mac, you want to capture this pawn. Now, that pawn might be a problem because now you're putting 2 pieces in a straight line. The rook moves here, and he'll be attacking. He'll get one of those guys back. So, no, not that one, Mac. But, yes, and Daniel says, knight takes the bishop. You are correct. Knight takes the bishop. When they capture your piece, capture back. And look what we did to the pawns. We separated the pawns. All 4 pawns, or what is it? All 5 pawns are isolated pawns. Man, those pawns look ugly. Right, and so it's totally cool. And so obviously then you capture this pawn and you're attacking that pawn and that pawn, and you're doing real. If he goes here to go there, you can pretty much give him another check. He goes away, and then you can maybe block the line, block the rook line where he comes down. Maybe if he goes here, what do we want to do? We want to get rid of the problem. So boom, there we go. And he's got to move away, or he's got to trade. Maybe he goes here, and then of course, look at that. We captured this guy. He attacks. We go for the weak pawn over here, right? If he starts, he might protect this pawn. We capture. He goes here. So what do we got to do here?
He can't. That's check, Ray.
Oh yeah, check. That's right. He goes here.
Now you play the bishop.
Now we go here. So what do? We do move the bishop, or better
You
yet?
can't. You play the king move, Ray. You have to go back.
Okay. Yeah, you're
So
right.
go back. Now you play the nope. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, that's hard.
Right? Yeah, you can do that because you get.
You can. It's not recommended, but you can.
All right. So what else can you do? Let's say.
But you really want to play bishop. Bishop
Right here.
E5 would be correct.
Right? Yeah, bishop E5 or whatever, or just here and block. Yeah, you block. But I rather go here because if he does take, you totally have this. You can either go here, or better yet, just bring the king in, right? No, better yet, just push the pawn, right? And then of course, if he pushes, well, you can maybe go here, or maybe you can go here. He goes there. You can capture. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. I mean, you're just pushing. He moves there. You can just, whatever, move away, and pawn pushes, and you got him, and you got him, and you got him, and you're gonna win anyway. You're gonna win here. That makes sense. You get rid of the problem. That makes sense. He's got to go here, and of course, you got that square. So maybe you go check, and guess what? He can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go here. He may go here, and of course, there it is. Right, and of course maybe he goes up here, and of course, boom, there's the check. He's got to go down. He has that square. So what can we do here? What do we do here? Can we go bishop here? No. What? Maybe king advances, or maybe another check. Maybe another check here. Right? Maybe another check here, and he's got to go either here, checkmate. So he's got to go this way, And do we have that? No, we don't have that because that would be a draw, right? So when the king is on the edge, the queen conquers. There it is. He goes here. Oops, there he goes. And that was the best move because he couldn't move back here. So he got checkmate. Very cool. Simplify the position. That makes sense? All right, one more puzzle. There we go. What do we got here? All right. So the pawn is advancing. He wants to promote. We only have a queen. He's got a bishop and he's got a rook. So what can we do here? Again, always look for the unprotected piece. What can we do here? And Coach Dave already sees this one and is already thinking
Yep.
about the end game.
Yep. I already got it. It took me a minute, but you got to be careful.
Right? You got to be careful, but you got yes, very good, Mac. Mac is on a roll today. Oh man, Alexander, you got competition with Mac now. So here we go. There's a check and a fork. The pawn blocks. We don't capture the free pawn. We capture the rook because the queen is now guarding the queening square. The queening square is where you take where the pawn will promote. So whatever happens here, let's say I don't know, maybe pawn pushes or maybe bishop goes here or pawn pushes maybe there. Of course, you capture there. Pawn pushes there. So what do you want to do? You want to get the king in here. Well, here it is, right? Straight shot. He
Yep.
protects. He protects. There it is. Boom. He goes here, and pretty much we have this. So what will we do here? Can we? Yeah, we can push the pawn, right? I
Nope.
think. I think.
How about
Well,
we give it to that bishop?
all right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So how will we do? Well, here we go.
Wham!
And boom, and we got
Ah!
the bishop. He goes here. We got the pawn. We got the pawn, or let's say he would move the pawn, right? He would move the pawn. Oh, there he goes. Another line in there wherever he goes. Let's say he goes here. Boom, he goes here. He can't go there, so maybe he pushes the pawn. So here we go. Boom. We're attacking this square, that square, this square. So he's got to drop down. Let's say he goes here. Boom, we can go here to go there and attack here and maybe get into that square. All right. And so maybe he goes here. So what do we want to do? Well, we got to bring the king in. And we just simply take a long trip and checkmate. We'll be here, right? Because we push the pawn. Or we could try pushing the pawn. He takes no. There's no sense. Yeah, there's no sense. We just take a long trip. Boom. It doesn't matter. We have the game. We have the game, right? He can't do much. Even if he tries to escape, we got him. We got him. He gets here. We can create the check there. Maybe he moves here. Oops, trouble, right? So maybe we go there. He moves here. Um. Ah, oh, this is hard, right? So we maybe go there. He goes here, and there we go. And, no, stump. I know. He goes here, and there's the check.
There you go.
That makes sense. Or in this case, we could even checkmate it with a little pawn, or we could have checkmated it with the other little pawn. That makes sense. So cool. All right, let's do something else here. Um, let's see, what else do I have here? Let's do some pawn end games. Those are always fun, right? Pawn end games. So let me present here the other pawn end games. Share the screen. And I think it's this one. No, it's got to be this one. Yeah, there we go. So pawn end games. Let me bring that guy over here. Let me bring this guy. There we go. There we put him in there. And lower this a little bit so that it'll fit right there. Very cool. All right, guys. These are pawn end games. Black to move in this case. What do you guys see here? What do you guys
Ooh.
see? Pawn end games, man. This is the bread and butter of getting to the next level of your
Oh,
chess.
this is easy.
Huh?
It's not so easy for the average person, but
All right. So he says king to f, black to move. All right.
King F5, I
Yeah.
agree. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
The
No.
computer. No, maybe here.
No, over. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. And
And
then
so
pawn
right
takes,
here,
and then is Matos.
and that is checking making because the pawn's attacking there. There's the check. The king cannot go here because of the king opposition. Does that make sense? Good job. Hey, I think what did that you said king f4-3. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go just do another one. These are pure and guys, there's what is it, 2000 That's one of my students. But when he was a kindergartner, man, he tells stories that we used to do a lot of king and pawn end games. Lots of king and pawn end games. I mean, he's like, man, I'm tired of this king and pawn end games. But man, not his foundation was solid, man. I tell the story all the time. One time he was at a national. He was going to play a 2000. This is when he was older. He was now like a 1650 somewhere in there. And he says, Coach, if I can take him to the end game, I got this game. He was so confident of his end game, even against a 2000, man. But that's what you do, right? All right. So what's the move here? Let's see, Alexander. Yeah, you got the right one now. All right. So what's the move here? The pawn is pushing. He wants to promote, right? So what is your move here? The queening square is a dark square. There will be no checks. You always have to consider if there's going to be a check with when the queen promotes. So what is the point? All right. You go d4? No, no, no. You're chasing. If you go this way, that's wrong because
That
you go
loses, yeah.
here, he goes here, you go there, he goes here, you go there, and he queens, he promotes. When the king is behind the pawn's going to
You
advance. He's
gotta
going to
go king d2.
yeah, you got to control the queening square, right? So he
Then
moves.
check.
He
You give a
moves. We
check.
got a check. Wherever he
Then keep
moves, you go
pushing.
check. And wherever he moves, let's say he moves there, and we got that. He comes over here, and so we have this. He moves maybe there. We capture that guy. He pushes. No problem. You come all the way back here, and you stop him. And yeah, that's it. That pawn's dead, right? Now, let's see if this puzzle could be played a little bit stronger. So let's see. I wonder if the king even has to move. So let's say you went there and instead let's say the pawn pushes. So we go there, we go here, the pawn pushes check, he goes here. There's the check again. He moves out of the way, and here it is. Boom. You got the pawn. Does that make sense, guys? Simple. Simple and easy. Pawn attacks. You have this pawn. Pawn pushes. You just kind of, you can wait for him, right? Or you can check him. Actually, you can check him because he's either going to go this way. If he goes that way, then he's totally lost. He can go this way, and he can't join his pawn. If he goes the other way, if he goes this way, then we simply go here because we're controlling these two squares and this whole line. So if he pushes the pawn, he loses. If he goes anywhere, we just simply block the pawn, and that is over. He goes here. We can go here. We don't even have to attack the pawn because look, we're controlling these squares. He goes here, and we don't even eat his silly little pawn, and we just go checkmate. All right, so here we go. All right, again, king and pawn games. The pawn, this is a decoy pawn. He can go all the way here to crown. This is another pass pawn. Now the king is here. What is the best move here, guys? This is harder, and it's getting harder. So what do you think the move is? If the pawn pushes, the king captures and white wins because he's got two pass pawns. And the king can only stop one pawn, not both. What do you think the move is here? I think this one's easy. I'm going to give it to you. It's obviously king moves here.
Yep.
Now, what is the move? Here's where the problem lies. Here's where the problem lies. What is the move now? Both of you say king to e4. Both of you are right. Push up the pawn. That is correct. That is
Push up
correct.
the
And that
yeah.
is correct. That is correct. Now, what is the next move? Alexander says d5 and d3. D3 is a move. He moves here, and now you're controlling this square. You must control here. You must control there. If not, the king's going to get there to block. So the move is the king protects. And the king can no longer go here because you're controlling those squares. So even if he tries to push, right, you push, he goes there, you simply protect the queenie square. He pushes up, and there is the queen. Does that make sense? He moves away, and what do? We want to get this guy. We have a check here, but we lose the queen. We have a here. We have here. So we can actually do this move here, right? Or we can even check him. Yeah, we can check him here, and then that moves here, and then of course we here. We're putting the king in between, and no problem. He pushes, we capture. King moves here. So what do? We stop him. Boom, and we're cool. That makes sense. Pushes the pawn. We simply attack the king like a knight. The king attacks the king like a knight. I always like to talk about the sandwich. So here are the three parallel lines, right? There are the three parallel lines. The black pieces are the pieces of bread, and the king is the middle, right? And of course, he moves here. No, no, it's hard. Let's say he moves down. We just simply continue, keep the sandwich, keep the two breads, and we got him. He moves here, and so since this is together with that, we could just simply move here because we're controlling that square, and we're still controlling this square, and the king's controlling these two squares. So basically, we're controlling all of these squares, and he's got to move out. He moves here. We have a check. The queen can give a check because the queen attacks like a bishop. The king is controlling both of these squares, and you're controlling all of this line, including this pawn. So he's got to go there. When the king is on the edge, the queen conquers, create either the opposition or a knight move away, and then we got the checkmate. Very, 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 very simple. Make sense? All right, a couple more, and then we go into another thing. All right, more pawns. Oh my goodness, this is getting harder. So the king moves down. Black is moving his pawns in this direction, and white is moving his pawns in that direction. What is the move here? Now, we want to create sort of a Zooks one, right? Right, Coach Dave? We want to create sort of a Zooks one.
Yes, correct, exactly. Right, correct, exactly.
And a Zooks one is you move, you lose. You want to force him to make a move? Yes, that's right. Alexander is correct. Both of
Yes,
you.
that's correct,
Man,
Alexander. Yep.
look at Mac and Alexander back to back answering very good questions. And so as soon as the king leaves the pawn unprotected, we simply captured. He's got to go there. We can. What do? We can push. We can pull the pawn. We can pull the pawn up. It doesn't matter. He's got to stay here. And this king's going to go to this pawn, right? This guy is not going to be your queen here. So, yes, f4, pawn has to take. Here we go. He creates the opposition. We just keep going. Look at that. The black king cannot do anything. In fact, we can capture everything. And
Take it
it's over.
all.
Take it all. He goes here, then we want to move forward. We want to move to one of these three squares on the next move. When he goes here, anytime there's opposition, guys, just push a pawn, or maybe push this guy. He's got to move. Wherever he moves, you move into the opposite side of the board. That makes sense? So, opposition, he's here. He moves to one side, you move in the opposite direction. Now you're controlling that square. He goes here, there you go. Opposition again. He moves here, there you go. Boom. And now you have this pawn move if you want it. All right, you have that pawn move.
It's
He goes
yep,
here.
total
Then
Zungswag.
then
Yep.
then you got to go here because there comes the check. He goes here. You have the check. He goes here. You have the
Queen
queen
check and
check.
then
He goes
mate.
here, and then you got the mate.
Yep.
Does that make sense? But you got to understand, you got to be able to create the Zooks one. You got to be able to block the pawn, block the pawn. You got to force the king to move away. Opposition in your favor. You're creating the opposition on the opponent's king is very strong because it forces him to move away. Does that make sense? All right. Let's do something else here. Let me stop sharing. Daniel, you want to share something from a game or something like that? Or what do you want to do? You got
Ugh.
any games that you might want to share with us, or
I don't have anything particular myself that I want to share today, Ray. I don't have anything
all
too
right, cool.
interesting. Actually, I do. Actually, I do have one that would be kind of interesting, actually, but
You
it
got a
might be a
game?
little bit too. It might be too crazy for our people.
Oh, it's
Uh
all right. Daniel says he's got something he can share. Okay,
oh,
Daniel.
Daniel wants to share. Go
Uh,
ahead, Daniel.
you know,
Share.
uh, uh, how
Definitely
do we do this?
share.
You know what? Send me the position to my cell phone, and I'll share it from there. And then let's see what happens here. Let me open up that, and I'm waiting for you on the messenger if you want to share it, and that way we can take it that way. And let me set up the board. Let me share the board that we're going to work on. Present. You got it ready. Hopefully it's board. My board editor is online already, ready to go for here, guys. So what can we do here? You got? Come on, Daniel, send it to me. Send it to me. All right. Meanwhile, let me do something here. Meanwhile, okay. So let's clear the board. Um, anything you want to create here, Dave?
No, let's wait for Daniel.
Yeah, he's looking for it, I guess.
Yeah, give him a minute. Yeah, it might take him a couple seconds here.
Yeah. Go ahead and create something. Meanwhile,
Okay, let's put a pawn on H2.
a white pawn.
Yep, white pawn on H2.
All right.
A white pawn on A2.
A2. Okay.
Uh, a white pawn on B3.
On B3. Okay.
And I want you to mirror that.
On the other side.
Yep, mirror that exact. Yep, mirror that on the exact same side.
All right. King square.
You're going to put a white king on D4.
White king on D4. D4. And a black king.
on We're going to put that on F5.
On F5. Here we go. No, F5. Right here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
Let's add a rook,
White or black?
white rook, on G3.
On G3. Okay. Cool. Notice how fast I
And
put
the
that.
black rook is going to
Black
be on C5.
on C5. Okay. Cool.
Okay, that's it.
That's
Now
the
the
puzzle.
question,
Okay.
it's not going to be,
All
actually,
right.
sorry, move that rook. Move that rook. You have to
Which one?
move the rook. Sorry. Take the white rook and put it on H3. Sorry, put it on H3.
Okay. Okay.
White rook. Now black.
Right.
Ah!
There you go.
Here we go.
And hit analyze. Okay, I'll hit analyze from there. Let's see white to move, and let's hit analyze.
It should
And
be better for white.
yes. I like this. Good job. So guys, it's white to move here. What do you guys see here? What do you guys see? Let me see, Daniel. I'm trying to get yours, and I don't know why I can't get the messenger on. Okay, there we go. Hopefully. Oh man.
Oh.
Oh man.
Now, this position is totally at random, by the way, too. This is not
Yeah.
from an actual game. This is at random to get
At
people
random,
to think for themselves.
but it's a very good move. I like it. All right. Let's see, Daniel. I can't get you, man. I don't know why. Here, Daniel Abbott. What are you sending me? I don't get anything from you guy. I don't know why. All right. So what do you think, guys? Hey, Mac and Alexander both say create the check. Good job. The check
That
is
is
correct.
actually incorrect.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes, you see, and people were overthinking. You
All
take
right.
the pawn.
You take the
You
pawn.
create because it puts the threat.
Because it creates a pass pawn, right?
Yes,
right.
exactly. I wanted to see if somebody, and it was a trick. I wanted to see if somebody was going to get tricked into playing the check because you cannot play the check.
All
The
right.
check is actually wrong. It'd be to capture, to create not just a
Capture.
pass pawn, but also put a threat to create a second pass pawn because you're threatening the A pawn.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense.
So somebody obviously fell for the
Yeah.
the trick.
And actually, I thought maybe this because then you win this and you have 2-1.
No, because you dropped the A.
No, but then
Right.
you're right because this king is closer to this pawn. That's right. And so
Right, and that's part of the trick behind it. And
so
somebody
here's
fell
move.
for it.
And then let's say that this guy goes here. Now you can
Then you played the check. Correct,
play a
Ray.
check. He goes here, you go there. He has to capture, and it's over, Daddy.
Right, and it's
You
over
know,
because you get two. Right,
Because
exactly.
here he goes. The king just goes there. He captures, and
Right, fairly simple concept.
right.
Fairly
So,
simple misdirect.
very cool. Capture what's free, and then go capture the rest. Because the idea is to create pass pawns, right? So now let's say, the pawn would definitely move, right? Because the rook has no checks. The rook has no checks. So the pawn will move, and then obviously this is the move, right? And,
Right.
Maybe he attacks this way to come get this guy. You
Right,
capture,
but-
he captures. There's the pawn. No more queen. This guy goes after this guy, capture, and it's over.
And he can't catch him. Nope.
He can't catch him. Now, let's see what else he could do. He goes here. Let's say he sees all that, and he moves the king here. So now
You just
he
take the
can't
pawn.
capture.
You
still capture the pawn anyway. Okay, he goes after this guy. What's the move here?
You go after the other one.
No.
Nope.
No. Let's give him a check so we can push the king further away, right? And
I see what you're trying to do. Yep.
We can go there, right? And then of course maybe
Yeah,
he
but he goes
goes.
to beat. But nope,
If
he
he
goes
goes
towards
there,
the pawn.
he
He
goes
march
this way,
marches.
right? So what do we do here? We can capture it, or we can even go down here. No, no, we just attack it, attack from behind. If he protects, what's the
King
move here?
King goes over.
King
You,
comes over, right? He captures, and well, actually, here the move when the move should have been king goes this way.
yeah,
He
there you go.
captures, so we can go this way. He moves into it, and it's over. It's over. Here we just capture. He creates check. We stay alive. He takes it. We take it. We take it, and now the winning move is boom, or actually boom, right? Either way, because we're controlling these three squares and the king cannot get through it. Does that make sense? All right, let's see here.
Okay.
Man, okay, I finally got it. Oh my goodness, Daniel.
Ay,
Ah,
Dios míos. Ay.
oh man, Daniel. You know what, Daniel? I just figured out how to do this, man. Hold on, no, hold on, Daniel. I'm going to go. Let's see if I can do this from this other side because Daniel wants us to share a game here. So let me open this one up. Uh, hold on, Daniel. Let me hold on. All right, Daniel. Hold on. I can't see where to get to it, dude. I can't. All right, hold on. So let me look for what's your username, Daniel? Oh yeah, here we go. Uh, what is it? What is it? Daniel Son 89. You guys should play Daniel. Daniel's pretty cool. All right, so here we go. There it is. And let me look at your games. Where are your games? Over 700. And here it is. So this was a blitz game that Daniel played. All right, so here we go. I'm going to stop sharing. And I mean, no, start, no, hold on. There we go. Stop sharing, not. And we're going to go here and we're going to go with this one. And there we go. And we're gonna analyze this game for you, Daniel. Let me get rid of this. Let me go bigger on my screen so I can see it as well. And so here we go. Okay, Daniel. There we go. So can you all see this, or do we need to get bigger? No, that's fine, right? You can see it fine. Here, let me go a little bit higher. Okay, there we go. So now I can see it. So, what is the move here? Hold on. Let me. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Where are my? Oh, there are my things. All right, so this is the move. You were playing You were playing the engine. Don't play the engine. All right, so here we go. If you do play the engine, guys, if you're playing the engine, if you play it hard, don't play it soft. I mean, because sometimes you play that on level one, the first 10 levels, the engine's gonna make mistakes, so you got to go a little bit higher. You challenge yourself. All right, so Daniel is playing. What color are you playing, Daniel, here? I can't see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Daniel is playing. Daniel's playing black here. All right. So here we go. Daniel's playing black. So let's look at this. All right. So Daniel, e4, e5. So this is a double pawn king opening. He brings out his queen, which is something you should not do. Don't bring out the queen in the first move. I mean your second move. It can get into trouble. Of course, the best defense to this would be the knight to c6. Of course, there is some lines out there where they say it's okay, but good chess players shouldn't bring out the queen. All right, the pawn protects. The best move, Daniel, should have been develop the knight to c6 protecting. Am I right, Dave? All
Yes, that
right.
is correct.
All right, so because you want to develop pieces, you don't want to push pawns unless you have to. Plus, in this position, you're blocking this bishop from going to c5 and possibly b4 if you need it later on. Obviously, in this position, your bishop has to go to e7 to control g5 with this battery here. That makes sense. All right, so let's go through this. All right, so here we go. The knight is a good move. He's aiming at the center. Boom, right there. And of course, que la. Hold on. Okay, here we go. And of course, then you go there and you're attacking the queen. So that's a very good development move. The queen is in trouble. The pawn in the center is protected. So the queen's got to go bye-bye. The queen goes to f3 with hopes of hitting f7, but there's nothing there. Now here you could develop the bishop and attack the queen. That might be a good move, but I think maybe I don't know. Maybe the knight one might be a better move. I don't know. Let's see what he does. and you attack the queen, okay, and the queen's gonna move. All right. So now you develop the bishop because you want a castle. I don't know about that bishop move. What do you think, Dave? What would you recommend here for his second move? With the bishop needs to go here. The bishop definitely needs to go here, but
No, it doesn't. You can leave it alone.
right?
Knight from B to D7. Knight from
Yeah,
B to D7.
yeah. You know why? Because now you're attacking here immediately. You're attacking the center, right? You're attacking these squares, and more than likely you're attacking C2 for a possible fork to win the rook. Plus, you want to activate pieces as quickly as possible, Daniel. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So let's see here. So obviously there, little pawn attacks. Well, yeah, I guess it's okay from the computer's point of view. And of course, the bishop drops down. I like the move here because now you can aim in this direction if you need to. Plus, you're
So
blocking
passive.
C4, but it is passive. I don't know if maybe moving it back might be the more traditional move and all of
That is
that, right?
correct. Yeah, it is more traditional, but it
Yeah,
creates other weaknesses.
yeah. So, and then you could have brought it back all the way here to create stop lines in here, but it's okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. So the queen captures. Oh my goodness, he's in your house. All right. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. All right. So what do we missed that one, right? So obviously there, and he goes to that position, and you attack, and he goes away. Again. You know what? This is why maybe let's go back, Daniel. Let's go. I know you won the game, but let's go back here. Uh, and maybe that's why maybe this should have been the move. He would have done here, and you still would have you wouldn't have lost this because now you could have gone here, and this pawn would have been protected. Does that make sense? Then maybe he would have gone. Maybe he would have gone here, and maybe you can. I don't know. Well, this is a problem. So, I mean, you could go here, or you could just bring the bishop back. Maybe the bishop move should have been all the way back because of the possibilities of the pin, right? He goes here, and now you can go here. He captures, then you have this, and obviously the knight moves here, or the pawn moves, or whatever, and queen moves to this square. He develops. Maybe he develops here, and of course now you can go here. Now you can go here, and maybe he develops here, and of course you castle queenside and you're cool.
Ooh.
Does that make sense? Or yeah, that would be best, right? Because you don't want to castle to the king side in this case with the queen here.
No, 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 no. The queen's not too far yet. And you don't want a bishop out there and castling.
Yeah, and
Ooh, that's a
this
mess.
to be right. Does that make sense? So that would have been better, Daniel. Let me open up this. Let me open up this, and so that way we can see what's going on. He's saying thanks. All right. So there's the game from there. We'll continue. Boom. He goes there. Bishop attacks. Boom. He attacks. Boom, and you lose, and you go there. And he goes there. Rook and boom. Knight develops finally. The knight develops, so that is super super cool. The knight comes in and he's bugging you, but you have a 2-to-1 here. You have the knight attacking, you have the bishop attacking with one protector. I always say in a 2-to-1, always capture, providing there's not going to be an attack. So, yeah, you capture it. He captures and the knight captures. I don't know if maybe you should have captured with. I wonder if it would have been best to capture with a knight. What would you have done there, Dave? Would you have captured with a bishop or with a knight?
Hold on a minute.
Well, yeah, you know what?
I
Maybe
do like. I don't mind either, but I think capturing with the bishop is slightly better
yeah,
because you
because
get more of a grip on the middle of the board.
right, and also
Because
I see
if
this.
you have
Yeah,
double knights are nasty.
yeah. Plus, he's got control of the light squares. So yeah, the knight in the middle is super strong. So Daniel, I agree. Now that I forgot about these pawns up here. I agree totally there. Now the knight develops. Obviously, the computer doesn't want to move here because he's going to block the bishop.
Wait, but don't you just pop the queen then?
Yeah, and so what was the move? Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you just pop the queen, free queen. You just pop
And
it.
and then this game should have been over. Oh my goodness, Daniel!
Ah,
No,
Dios
no,
míos!
no, 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 no!
Bad, Daniel. Bad.
Capture the lady. Of course, the pawn captures, right? The pawn captures, and forget this
Ay,
check's
Dios
not going to do.
míos.
It's not
Ay, ay,
going to
ay,
do
ay, ay.
anything. Now here, this bishop is useless. This bishop check is useless. What do we want to do? Control the center. Attack in the middle. Push the pawns or move the queen here, and maybe he goes here. I don't care about the pin. rook into the middle of the board, and maybe he does here, and then now you can do this. If he captures, fine, you got this. Maybe he castles queen side, you still got a game. Does that make sense? You want to destroy his. Oh, look at that! You would go here, and whatever, and you're totally winning the game in this position. You're playing too fast. I know this is a blitz game, right? But you're playing too fast. Look at that.
Yeah,
You
take
know,
the extra 2 seconds. Take
remember,
the extra 2 seconds to focus.
yeah. Look at Mario. It says, "Kill the cow, man. Get rid of that diva, man. Kill that diva." Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I wonder if you even got the queen. Yeah, you did get her. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. You're winning trade. But in this case, it's a pin. Keep it alive. Maybe. Yeah. I think you need to bring the queen in here. I think you need to bring the queen in here, because what if he does is now you have maybe this. Boom, get to the rook. He captures. Those are bad, ugly pawns, and you go in there and look at that pin. And oh no, you can't capture. But my bad, man. I'm not looking at things. Because I'm looking at it. So yeah, well, I don't know. I still like to go there. I still like to go there, but okay, you move back, and of course he chases, you capture, he captures. You can move. You have the check. You have the check. He's gonna block, and you bring the bishop out, and you know you have more mobility of your pieces. You want to develop your pieces as quickly as possible. Does that make sense? All right, so check, and he captures. You develop your queen. Good. Oh, push pawns. He captures, and you just gave him a free pawn. So yeah, move this rook out of the way. Maybe bring him down or something. Bring this rook down. Um, Pushing the pawn doesn't help you. You don't have anything on dark squares anyway. Now, if you wanted to move the knight, maybe there. Maybe that's why he gave it away. No, but look, you're gonna lose this guy unless that you don't care. No, 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 no. Capture with the pawn. Keep your pawns together. Keep your pawns together. Right? So he captures, you capture, he goes there. You got to capture. No, 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 no. Capture everything. He captures, you capture. Now you cannot capture here. You cannot capture there. But you're clearing the area. Here's where you want a castle. Boom, the rook can come down. Any of these squares later on in the game. That makes sense. And so that's what you want to do. Let's see here. You capture with the queen. He captures. No, again, here you capture. Again, you gotta capture the center pawn. Oh, he captures for you. Castle's good. Good. What do we do? Oh, you have a check. Look at that. You have a check. Queen check. Get into it. Did he see it? Yeah, he did. All right, he blocks. Capture. No, you got to move away. All right, he go, and boom, boom, and all of a sudden you're in trouble, dude. You had a winning game. All of a sudden you're in trouble, man.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah,
Oh
look at that.
no!
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, of course the computer's gonna make the mistake, but you were in trouble there.
Yeah, he's making a lot of deals. What?
Oh no! He's smart.
No!
Oh, but he's gonna.
But he's got
check.
check. He's got discover check here.
All right, so let's see. He goes there. You go check. He goes there. You check him. You check him. Coming closer. Coming closer.
No! Bye-bye. What? No! 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 Oh! No!
When you're in tech capture. When you're in tech capture.
That is so painful. My heart hurts.
Okay,
My heart hurts. My heart. Ow! That hurts.
No. You need to stop playing the computer like that.
Daniel, don't play the computer.
Don't play the computer at that level. I mean, if you're not getting beat up by the computer, then it's useless to play the computer. The computer
always play the computer at its highest level.
Yeah.
Play it at the highest level because even though it'll beat you up the fastest, it'll give you the best perspective, and it's a good way to learn openings and tactics. Because right now we are in an age of technology where tactics and openings are all computer based.
Yes.
You will learn the best way I prepared for the World Open one year by playing an old version of Fritz, which was Fritz 7 at the time. That's probably about Oh my
You're
God,
weak now.
16 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I am getting old. Oh, my back. But that was like
But yeah,
16 years ago, and I had to play the computer, but it beat me up for a week, but I learned a lot from it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. Now, if you're a rookie, if you're just starting out, hey, go maybe level 5, and if you beat that easy twice, go level 10. If you beat that easy, go level 15 or whatever. Just keep increasing. Once you beat it once, if you beat it once, I think you should go higher because obviously you're the computer's just not giving you a good game. And
And yes,
the computer at that level is meant to teach you to capture pieces and do this and do that, but it's not designed to beat you at that level. As it gets
right.
stronger, it'll be designed to beat you and play you some good moves.
And even though computers are nice, it can't beat playing an actual person. So I always tell people this: try to find a local chess club as much as possible.
Yeah,
I have friends that are all over the country, and one of my friends in South Carolina was asking me the other day about a club, and I said, "Hey, let me get on the internet. Simple Google search.
yeah,
Found him a club that's an hour. It's unfortunately an hour away, but just because of where he is in the Hilton
yeah,
Head area over there, that's the
yeah,
closest to where he is. But
yeah. Oh, he says, "Did you see the end?" Well, actually,
unfortunately, unfortunately,
I lost all, and it was a draw. King versus King at the end. No, 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 no.
no, those don't need to be looked at.
No,
No.
no, 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 no. Daniel, please, please don't play any more of that.
Hey, Daniel, how about you play a game against me, buddy?
There you
You want to
go.
have
There
a
you
real
go.
game?
Yeah,
Play
play
Coach Dave
against
with the
me.
muscle.
Yeah, yeah. Play somebody stronger.
Yeah,
Quite frankly, if you want to get better in chess, the more you lose, the stronger you get. If you're playing against stronger players, and then if you can
yeah,
go over your games, then that's when you really improve. If you're just winning games, you're not going to. You're not going. And he says, "I'm down." Okay, look him up. Okay, anybody want to play?
Anybody want to play me? My
Any,
username is.
well, hold on, hold
I'll
on. Let me
type it.
let me go ahead and type it. Let me give you Daniel's username on Leechess. There it is. You guys challenge him. But
Okay.
okay, you put it on there. I'll put it
I don't
on
think
the.
I. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep.
Okay, I'll put it on the.
Yep. It's. Oh, I forgot some. There's a one at the end of it, so it's.
Okay, put it
Sorry, I
again.
forgot because I have so many different usernames over the years. Ray,
All
I
right.
have like three lead chess accounts. Trust me, they're all over 2,200. So.
Sometimes he plays against himself and he still loses.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
here is Coach Dave username. Here it is, right there. Let me put in there.
Yep, I'm ready to take any open challenges. You want to send the challenge? Send it. We'll live stream it right now. I'm taking on any challenges. Come on, let's see who wants some today. Or is it
There is.
boxing? Or as boxers would say, who wants to get these hands?
Oh man, yeah, yeah, right. Oh, that sounds like something a wrestler would say. Okay, let me put here. Okay, there we go. I needed to go somewhere else to plug it. All right, here we go. Here it is. There it is. That's Coach Dave's username on
Yep, I'm
Lee
waiting. I'm
Chess.
on Lee
He's on
Chess. I'll take a challenge.
on Lee Chess. So I'll pull that. So guys, man, uh, practice. If you're a student of mine, read your notes, go over the games, play your games with me, constantly play games. Do a lot of puzzles. Alexander from California does at least 100 puzzles a day. So on his bad days,
Whew.
he'll do like 60 puzzles. On his bad day, he does like 60 puzzles, man. Can you imagine that? But that's just counting on one account. He has like two other accounts where he's also working on puzzles. So actually, he is going over 100 puzzles a day in any given day, even when he's down. So, guys, good deal. We'll see you guys on our lessons this week. If you guys need private chess lessons out there that are not my students and are not Dave's students, hey, give us a call. Coach Dave will be more than happy to work with you. I
Yep.
will be more than happy to work with you. You can reach us on our messengers or just look at our pages, and we're cool, guys. Dave, any last words?
Famous last words for today, and I'm going to agree with Alan Cantor on this, and he said it in that end game, and he said it during the pawn end games. Pawns shall be pushed.
Yes. Let's see. Where is that where he said? Sometimes, there you go. He says, sometimes you need to push your pawns if the king needs to get out to avoid your background checkmate. That, and then I think he said it again.
He
I don't
did.
know.
Pawn shall be pushed, which is,
Uh,
you know.
which is your banner, man. You always say that pawn
Yep.
past pawns shall be pushed, right? And so I don't know. But yeah. Now, providing that there's not gonna be any attacks on them, then boom, right? Makes sense. So it's got that clear correction, not just push pawns, pass pawns. They have to be pass pawns, right? And
Yes, they do.
they must be protected on every step on the way, right? Cool deal, guys. You guys are awesome. We will see you, Dave. We'll see you next week, I guess, because you're back. You're back to routine, right? And
Yep.
so, excellent. So, guys, again, this is Coach Ray from the Brownsville Royal Knight and Dave from Columbus. And Daniel says, woo! Yep. And so we will see you guys next time we see you guys. So have a good one. Adios. Bye bye.